So, when you talk about the Power Rangers franchise, you have so many characters that broaden such a gigantic slope. Where they began, where they ended, their arcs, their struggles, their accomplishments. You're bound to form an attachment to different people for different reasons. And that brings us to today. I'm going to tell y'all about 3 different Rangers that really impacted me as a kid for a multitude of reasons. I'm hitting y'all with the good words. I said multitude. Alright, intro.
How you foreign niggas stop it? I was born in the tropics. I'm the way peep the mosh pit. And they came with a starship. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm really from the tropics. Fuck is you doing?
What's good, Digital Trap Squad? Y'all know what it is, so check it right. Alright. So we're gonna get into it, you feel me? Hopefully y'all had an opportunity to watch my 2004 childhood story surrounding Power Rangers Dino Thunder, right? That was the season that got me back into the franchise after I left halfway through Lost Galaxy. Shout out to Maya. She was my favorite Yellow Ranger as a kid. But Lost Galaxy pushed me away. I didn't like that as a kid. That brought me to Dino Thunder many years later. After the success of Dino Thunder, I did some piracy. You know, I was a rookie in the piracy game. Downloaded a lot of viruses. A lot of AOL porno messages popping up on the desktop.
I think someone might be in the market for some cheap Viagra. Would you take some of that? Hey, your girlfriend's dead. Why don't you check out our sexy singles?
But, you live and you learn. And I was watching Power Rangers Time Force. As I watched Power Rangers Time Force, the first episode, we see the Pink Ranger, Jen Scott. And when I quickly learned that, okay, she's a female ranger, love interest gets hurt. I was thinking to myself as a kid, okay, she's going to go cry in a corner the entire show. She's going to be distraught. She's going to be in this bad emotional state, right? No. Very quickly, Jen Scott was like, look, alright, Rancid killed him. I'ma cry. I'ma mourn. I'ma pick these fucking morphers up. And we getting ready to go back in time and get this motherfucker. That blew me away as a kid. A lot of people will go, why'd that blow you away as a kid? Yo, you gotta understand where I was coming from. In 2004, it was like, if you weren't fucking Carmen Sandiego or Wonder Woman leadership, out of here with that. That was that type of era, you know. I grew up watching movies like Sin City with Jessica Alba.
Skinny little Nancy Callahan. She grew up.
Childhood classics. You know, we grew up in a certain type of era. And when I saw that Jen was not depressed, she wasn't sad. She was this warrior, relentless. I'm going to avenge my fallen lover no matter what. That blew me away as a kid and really altered the way that I viewed female characters in the sci-fi realm. You know, I grew up with the Princess Leia's, the slave girl costumes. You know, I grew up with that type of stuff. So to see it flipped, where she was really the leader of that team, and how courageous and powerful and commanding she was, really threw me for a loop. And that was the first Ranger that really impacted me in a big way as a kid. The second Ranger would have to be Cam from Ninja Storm. Now people are like, Cam? Why the fuck Cam? Cam, because this was a guy who looked extremely weak, very nerdy. The writers did an awesome job in Ninja Storm of playing it up like this guy was going to be a weakling. he was going to be getting in the way. He wanted to be more, but, you know, you a pussy. You know, more isn't for you. You need less. That type of character. And I remember watching it like, get this motherfucker off my screen. He's a peon. Get him off my screen. He's a nerd.
Just another few seconds to access the holographic portals. Got it.
And it's settled, nerd. You do machines. Now what's the ETA on those pizzas?
Get him off my screen. But yet, you know, I had a whole binder of Pokemon cards and shit. Who's the nerd? Get this nerd out of here. I was very against Cam until later on in that season, he became the Green Samurai Ranger. No cap. One of the best costumes in the franchise. One of the best skill sets in the franchise. And honestly, I went to school the next day treating the nerds a little bit better. I actually had lunch with a nerd. When I walked in the classroom and there was the stinky girl, Angelica, I gave her little funky ass a high five. You know, her white shirt was yellow. No cap. But I treated the bad kids better. Ninja Storm kind of warped my perspective. Sad that Ninja Storm had to do that considering that I grew up with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That's sad, Marcus, but that's part of my story. Third Ranger that impacted me big time. I mean, just really made me look at characters on a deeper level. Look, you know, I was a slow learner as a kid.
Why would he leave it unlocked?
He's got no neighbors.
What, you never heard of the Three Bears? Is that the last book you read?
You know, Mom had me on Hooked on Phonics a little bit longer than my siblings. You know, we all learn at our own pace. There were things going on. But I was watching Power Rangers SPD. And it wasn't just the fact that Jack looked like me, because Jack looked a lot like black people that I knew. No disrespect to TJ, we all love Simon Ward. First black leader of the fucking Power Rangers.
Nigga, bring it. Bring it, motherfucker.
First black leader, alright? We love TJ. But for me, it was really Jack at that time period. Because again, he looked like so many people that I knew. And his story was not the typical Ranger story. He didn't want to do none of that. He wasn't with the kicking and the fighting. He just wanted to help people out in his own way. Walk his own path the way in which he wanted to do it. And the relationship he had with Z. The way that he took command of the team, but also allowed for other people to be themselves and have their own moments. He wasn't this over commanding leader. He was very much so within the fabric of the team, right? He earned everybody's trust. He earned the belief of the team. And him being the Red Ranger, the most unlikely person, considered that in episode 1, he was a criminal. You know, I don't feel comfortable saying that. But he was doing things outside of the law. Robin Hood, but he was doing shit outside the law. And I just really saw pieces of myself within that character as a kid, that it really changed the way that I looked at characters forever and ever. When they had that team up with Dino Thunder, him and Connor were fighting together, I was like, who do I choose? Who do I choose? Anyway, it's been weird, but it's been real. Those are the 3 Rangers that impacted me a lot growing up as a kid. What's y'all favorite Ranger? Y'all let me know that impacted y'all. We can chop it up in the comment section. Camera getting ready to die. I'm digging in my nose on camera. Shouldn't have did that. Get out of here, bitch.
When I pull up, she gon' look though. Look at he mad, ain't look, bro. She bad as hell, but can't cook though. It don't matter, but But you still watching me while I did it for the look though. 100 feet worth of drip, don't drown this fly shit, that's the look though. And look though, I'm the wave you can look though. I'm something different, I don't think you get it, but I still did it for the look though. Look though.